Viewers, I'm sitting with Sam Crignano, President, Citizen Development, and another excitement day, another excitement project. When it comes to citizen development, then we always talk about unique projects, we talk about great architects, and we talk about a great addition to skyline of Toronto. Hi Sam, how are you?
I'm good, Zia. Thank you for having me.
Welcome on board. I know you are quite busy these days. You are working on so much of multiple projects. Today we are going to discuss Pier 27 Phase 3, a third project which is the third phase of Pier 27 right at the foot of Yonge Street.
Correct.
Phase 1 and Phase 2, everyone is talking about when it comes to architecture, when it comes to finishes, quality. Definitely that's the project that one can live right at the waterfront, and especially that was a real jewel for waterfront lovers. Pier 27, how easy it was to get an approved from city, first of all? Such a great height.
Well, the approvals took a long time, and it was a complicated process. But working very closely with Waterfront Toronto, who obviously have a vested interest in not only the lands that are owned publicly, but also in the lands that are in private ownership. So they want to make sure that the quality of development is at a high level. They want to make sure that that public realm is in keeping with the overall vision of the waterfront. So it was a process. It was a long process, but thankfully we're here and we're ready to launch our Phase 3 project, and we're really excited about that because it's a tower on the lake, and there's no such other development like it on the Toronto waterfront. This is a 35-story building right at the foot of Yonge Street, right on the water. Many of our units, if not most of the units, will have unobstructed views of the water. And following on the heels of Phase 1 and 2, which were highly successful projects. Yes. Successful for us, but most important, very successful for our purchasers. Whether they be investors or end users, it was a project that everyone did really well with. And we're hoping the same with Phase 3, and that's why we're very, very excited.
So the first question I asked to myself, I said, how did they get this 35-story height at the south side of Queen's Quay? We had certain projects in the past, but none of them, I believe, crossed 14-story. Is it not a magic to get something like, from City of Toronto, such a great height?
Well, I wouldn't attribute it to magic, but obviously it was part of our negotiation with the city. We created a 45-meter promenade on the west side of the development, along the Yonge Quay. And part of that negotiation in terms of approvals involved some lands that we swapped with the city. And we were, from the very beginning, very accommodating and wanting to arrive at a mutually acceptable agreement with the city. And part of which was the approval for a 35-story building. So we're very, very fortunate to have this. There's nothing like it on the Toronto waterfront, and we're proud of our accomplishment.
Well, definitely, you should be proud of your accomplishment, as well as your customers, your purchasers should be proud of yourself, like your organization. I guess you guys did a great contribution in their real estate portfolio, no doubt about it. Pier 27, when we talk about other pre-construction projects today going on, especially waterfront, based on my experience, definitely I would say that this is the ultimate corner and location to the extreme water at the foot of Yonge Street, no doubt about it. And your design is blending so well between your Phase 1, Phase 2, and Phase 3. And some of your balconies are, I guess the depth is pretty much approx 13 feet, which is, to me, to be quite honest, it's not a balcony, it's a patio for sure. Peter Kloos is an architect on this site as well. What else you say to viewers, either true end users or investors, they both are looking at us. why they should come and buy in this particular project?
Well, besides the uniqueness of the location, obviously the architecture is by far superior to anything that we've ever seen on the Toronto waterfront. Peter Clues and his team at Architects Alliance have done a fantastic job, as you can see in the first and second phase of the development. But what we wanted to achieve from the very beginning was this permeability through the site to the lake. A lot of the developments along the lake virtually block off any views of the lake itself, and we didn't want that to happen with our development. We did not want to build this wall along Queens Quay and not have that view corridor to the lake. So in Peter's design, with the bridge elements, he managed to keep that view corridor open to the lake. And for us, I think that was a huge accomplishment. But most important, why do people live on the lake? A lot of it is lifestyle. It's basically almost a retreat. You come home and you have this lakeside condominium, and obviously you want to enjoy some outdoor time. And for us, those outdoor spaces are critical. And that's why we made it very important from the very beginning, and also wanted enough space to put a table and some chairs, and not just some little skinny balcony where you can barely stand, so that you can enjoy that outdoor lifestyle. Not only the interior of your unit, obviously, but the exterior, taking in the lakeside view, taking in the view back to the city, the islands. It just has this feeling of being up north somewhere, or being in a retreat. And so for us, that was very important. Those outdoor spaces are as equally important as the indoor spaces.
No, great, Sam. Thanks a lot. Once again, congratulations to you, to your entire team for such a great accomplishment, to bringing such a great skyline, such a great project into this city. City of Toronto should be very much thankful to you, to your organization. Viewers, as you've seen, Sam said very well, in order to get a good accomplishment, it needs a lot of creativity, it needs a great vision, and it needs a lot of hard workmanship. And that's what they are here to contribute in this city, and they did. In fact, they did in the past. But in order to invest or buy a unit or secure a unit in Pier 27 before the opening, definitely you can get back to me, you can call me, you can send me an email. I will be more than happy to accommodate all of you. We'll take a quick break. Stay with us.